Good evening. Welcome to Jeevan's News at 8. I am Nandakumar. First, a look at the top stories of the day. Cabinet approves new liquor policy, reopening 3 and 4-star bars with no restrictions. Protest move by anti-liquor organizations. Liquor policy of government, stress on liquor abstinence, says LDF convener. Vaikam Bisham, no expectations from government, says KSBC. Cattle slaughter, assembly passes motion against centre. O. Rajagopal says action because of anti-centre sentiments. Manhandling of Sitaram Yechuri, accused given bail, let off with light case. Rahul Gandhi held for breaking ban in visiting Mandsaur. And compassionate ground appointment, seniority overlooked, serious lapse in government. Jeevan News explosive. In a very crucial move, the Left Democratic Front government in Kerala approved the state's new liquor policy on Thursday. According to the new policy, bar licenses will be issued to restaurants with 3-star and above categories, terming the previous UDF government's liquor policy as an utter failure. Pinarayi said the total prohibition was impractical. The Chief Minister blamed the current policy for a steep increase in drug abuse in the state. The bars will be allowed to function from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and those in the tourist zones will be allowed to open at 10 a.m.
ഭാവിയിൽ 3-സ്റ്റാറിനും അതിനു മുകളിലും സ്റ്റാർ ക്ലാസിഫിക്കേഷനുകൾക്ക് ബാർ ലൈസൻസ് FL3 അനുവദിക്കാവുന്നതാണ്. വിദേശ മദ്യചട്ടം അനുസരിച്ച് നൽകുന്ന ബിയർ വൈൻ പാർലറുകൾ ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള മറ്റ് ലൈസൻസുകൾ നിയമമനുസരിച്ച് തുടർന്നും അനുവദിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്. ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട സുപ്രീം കോടതി വിധി അനുസരിച്ച് അടച്ചുപൂട്ടിയ പാർലറുകളിൽ ജോലി നോക്കിയിരുന്ന എല്ലാ തൊഴിലാളികൾക്കും തൊഴിൽ കൊടുക്കുന്ന വ്യവസ്ഥയിൽ അവയെല്ലാം നിലനിന്നിരുന്ന താലൂക്കിൽ പാതയോരത്തു നിന്നും 500 മീറ്റർ മാറി സൗകര്യപ്രദവും വൃത്തിയുള്ളതുമായ മറ്റൊരു കെട്ടിടത്തിൽ ബിയർ വൈൻ പാർലർ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നതിന് അനുമതി നൽകേണ്ടതാണ്.
Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan today strongly opposed the centre's ban on the sale of cattle for slaughter in animal markets at a special session of the Kerala Assembly convened to discuss the issue. In a resolution moved at the special session, Chief Minister said that the ban had affected Kerala very badly and about 5 lakh people would be rendered jobless.
ഈ ചട്ടഭേദഗതി ഭരണഘടനാ വിരുദ്ധവും ഫെഡറൽ തത്വങ്ങൾ ലംഘിക്കുന്നതും നിലവിലുള്ള നിയമത്തിന് വിരുദ്ധവുമായതാണ്. ഗോവധ നിരോധം എന്ന രഹസ്യ രാഷ്ട്രീയ അജണ്ടയാണ് ഇതിന് പിന്നിലുള്ളത് എന്ന് നാം മനസ്സിലാക്കേണ്ടതുണ്ട്.
The Kerala Assembly Thursday passed a resolution against centre's notification in connection with the ban on the sale of the cattle for slaughter. The resolution presented by Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan was opposed by BJP's lone MLA O. Rajagopal and the resolution was passed without voting.
കേന്ദ്ര വിരുദ്ധ പ്രചരണത്തിന് വേണ്ടി മാത്രമാണെന്ന് കേരളത്തിലെ രാഷ്ട്രീയ ശിശുക്കൾക്ക് പോലും ബോധ്യമാണ്. ജനങ്ങളിൽ ആശയക്കുഴപ്പവും ആശങ്കയും സൃഷ്ടിച്ച് വില കുറഞ്ഞ രാഷ്ട്രീയ മുതലെടുപ്പാണ് ഇന്നത്തെ CPM കോൺഗ്രസ് സംയുക്ത സംഘടിത ശ്രമം.
The Chief Minister alleged that there was a secret agenda for slaughter ban behind the notification. Almost 15 lakh cattle reach from Kerala other states every year. Now this has been disrupted by centre's notification. Meantime, Kerala Congress leader came forward opposing the discussion. He asked why we should discuss the issue not affecting the state and the issue which is under the consideration of Kerala High Court need not be discussed, he added. News Task, Jeevan.
Former KPCC President VM Sudhiran has criticized the High Court order for opening bars. The verdicts delivered by the High Court on May 16th and 19th were verdicts of mistake. He was speaking after inaugurating the Assembly March organized by the Madhya Virudha Janakiya Munnani on Thursday.
കാരണം എല്ലാവർക്കും മനസ്സിലാകും അന്ന് പത്രങ്ങളിൽ വന്ന വാർത്ത എന്താണ്. എല്ലാ പത്രങ്ങളിലും മാധ്യമങ്ങളിലും വന്നത് ഒരേ രീതിയിലാണ്. തന്നെയുമല്ല, ആ കോടതി വിധിയിൽ ചില പാളിച്ചകൾ ഉണ്ടായി എന്നുള്ളത് സത്യമാണ്.
The one-day special Kerala Assembly session began on Thursday with a quick beef fry breakfast as lawmakers were set to discuss the centre's new cattle trade and slaughter rules.
The Kerala legislators started their day at the Assembly canteen before heading to debate on the new central rule that they saw infringe upon the state rights. The normal working days when Assembly is in the sessions, generally beef is served only after 11 a.m. But two David stations wholly devoted to discussing the beef issue brought 10 kg of beef in the early morning. By now, a good number of MLAs have already had beef fry before heading to the assembly floor.
കേരളത്തിൽ ഇത്തരം കാര്യങ്ങൾ അടിച്ചേൽപ്പിക്കാനായിട്ട് കേരളത്തിൽ നല്ല ചിന്തിക്കുന്ന ജനങ്ങളാണുള്ളത്. ഇവിടെ ഇപ്പം നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും ബീഫ് കഴിക്കാതിരിക്കുക എന്ന ചിന്തയൊന്നുമല്ല. ഇവിടെ ഒരു വിഭാഗത്തിൻ്റെ വലിയ രൂപത്തിലുള്ള മാർഗമാണ് അതിൻ്റെ മാട്ടിറച്ചി, അതിൻ്റെ തോല്, ഇതെല്ലാം ഉപയോഗിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് വളരെ വിശദമായി കേരള നിയമസഭ ഒരു ചരിത്ര അഭിമാന നിമിഷത്തിലൂടെയാണ് ഇന്ന് കടന്നുപോയത്. അവിടെ ഇപ്പോൾ അതൊരിക്കലും ഒരു വർഗീയവൽക്കരണം ആ രൂപത്തിലേക്കൊന്നും കൊണ്ടുവരേണ്ടതായിട്ടില്ല. ഇവിടെ മനുഷ്യൻ എന്ത് കഴിക്കണം, എന്ത് ധരിക്കണം, എന്ത് ചിന്തിക്കണം എന്ന് മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക് അടിച്ചേൽപ്പിക്കാനായിട്ട് റൈറ്റ് ഇല്ല. അത് പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് കേന്ദ്ര ഗവൺമെൻറ്.
Devikulam CPM legislators Jadin was the first to be served steamy hot brief by the candidate and have expressed. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan began the day-long sessions by moving on a resolutionary kinds manner in which the centre has gone ahead flouting the new rule in May. This rule is nothing but a blind violation on the rights of the individuals to eat why they wish and want. The new rule will hugely affect the agrarian society for the state and also the country. Former Chief Minister V. Achuthanandan also slammed the Bharatiya Janata Party's Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh campaign for the senseless new law beef. News Desk, Jeevan.
The dawn to dusk hartal called by the BJP in protest against the attack on the party's district committee office in the capital city threw normal life out of gear. Though no untoward incidents have been reported so far, normal life was crippled. Though KSRTC operated its services in the morning, it was later suspended following the protest of the BJP. Autos, taxis, private buses and lorries kept off the roads. Shops, schools and colleges remain closed. A huge police force has been pressed in service in the capital city. Passengers who were stranded in bus and stands and railway stations were later taken by the police vehicles. The government has failed in appointing the applicants systematically to the posts of their kin deceased while in service. Without even considering the total number of available vacancies, the government has allegedly made appointments against the seniority of the applicants. Applicants are to go on a strike.
4/5/2012 ഞാൻ അപേക്ഷ നൽകിയത്. 30/8/2014 ഗവൺമെൻറ് ഓർഡർ ആവുകയും ചെയ്തു. നാളെ ഇതുവരെ ആയിട്ടും എനിക്ക് ജോലിയൊന്നും കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല.
Hundreds of applicants wait to be appointed to the posts of their kin while at service. While many posts lie vacant in the health department, the director of the department is of the stand that only 5% of the available vacancies are meant for the applicants of the sympathetic rounds.
എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് ആരോഗ്യവകുപ്പിൽ ആശ്രയ നിയമനങ്ങൾ നടത്താത്തതെന്ന് നമ്മൾ DHSനോട് ചോദിച്ചപ്പോൾ അവർ പറയുന്ന നിലവിൽ വേക്കൻസികളൊന്നും റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നില്ല എന്നാണ് അറിയാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞത്. എന്നാൽ കേരളത്തിൽ പലയിടത്തും ഇപ്പോഴും ഒഴിവുകളുള്ളതായിട്ട് അറിയാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്.
Administrative Reforms Commission states that there is no special quota for those applicants and they shall be appointed to the existing vacancies or the vacancies that are likely to form soon.
2013 ഒരു സൂപ്പർ ന്യൂമറി നിയമനം ഗവൺമെൻറ് നൽകി, അതിൽ ഉൾപ്പെട്ടില്ല. പിന്നെ അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് 2015 ഒരു സൂപ്പർ ന്യൂമറി നിയമനം നൽകി, അതിലും ഞാൻ ഉൾപ്പെട്ടിട്ടില്ല. അതിലൊക്കെ സീനിയോറിറ്റി മറികടന്ന് കുറച്ച് പേരൊക്കെ കയറിയിട്ടുണ്ട്.
2013 തന്നെ അപേക്ഷ നൽകി 2013 തന്നെ ജോലിയിൽ കയറിയ ആൾക്കാരുമുണ്ട്. ഒരുപാട് 2005 മുതൽ ജോലിയിൽ അപേക്ഷ നൽകിയിട്ടും ജോലി നിയമനം ലഭിക്കാത്ത ഒരുപാട് പേരുണ്ടാകുമ്പോഴാണ് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു കാര്യം സംഭവിച്ചത്.
2 വർഷം മുമ്പ് ഞാൻ DHS പോയിട്ട് ഇതിനെക്കുറിച്ചുള്ള എൻ്റെ സീനിയോറിറ്റി ലിസ്റ്റിൽ എൻ്റെ സ്ഥാനം 40 ആയിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ അത് 80 ആയി. ഞാൻ സീനിയോറിറ്റി ലിസ്റ്റിൽ ഞാൻ ബാക്കോട്ട് പോവുകയാണ്.
Transfer to the hometown is given to the officials as far when those vacancies, these appointments of the deserved are ruled out. Despite of these illegal procedures, the applicants are appointed without taking their seniority in the account too. Hundreds of applicants wait for a job when so many posts are still vacant in different districts. The deserved applicants plan to protest as the government refused to take legal steps. News Desk, Jeevan.
It is not surprising that authorities concerned have only hoisted very light charges against those who had broken into the CPM AKG Centre, said CPM General Secretary Sitaram Yechuri. Delhi police is under the control of the central government and people here have to take care of their own security, said Yechuri. He was reacting to the action taken by Delhi police against those who have forcefully entered the AKG Centre and allegedly manhandled him.
So when private armies try to take over the administration of law and order, then people will have to be prepared.
BJP office in Trivandrum hurled bomb against it and they are saying that CPM is behind that.
They may make any wild allegations. All the protests were all very democratic and very peaceful. And this is the lesson we want to teach them as well as the people of our country, that this can only be resisted through the united will, through a democratic process. We have done that in the past in the country. Since the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi, we have been continuously doing it. We'll do it again.
The farmer movement in Madhya Pradesh moved into high political gear today as Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi and other senior party leaders were detained by police when they tried to make their way to Mandsaur, ground zero of the protests.
Police moved into the stop Gandhi as he defied laboratory security arrangements and tried to force his way into the state from Navegaon, about 400 kilometers from the state capital Bhopal. Surging crowds of Congress supporters followed him, shouting slogans like Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan and Rahul Gandhi Zindabad. Hundreds of Congress workers, as well senior leaders like Rajasthan Congress Chief Sachin Pilot and Madhya Pradesh legislator Janand Singh also caught arrest. Gandhi, also accompanied by senior party leaders Digvijay Singh, Kamal Nath and Janata Dal United Sharad Yadav, took the opportunity to hit out Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He told reporters that Modi could waive loans of worth rupees 1.5 lakh crore of the rich but not farmers. He cannot give the right of rights for the agricultural produce and cannot give them bonus.
हिंदुस्तान के सबसे अमीर लोगों का 1,50,000 करोड़ रुपया माफ किया है। किसानों का माफ नहीं कर सकते, किसानों को सही रेट नहीं दे सकते, किसानों को बोनस नहीं दे सकते, किसानों को मुआवजा नहीं दे सकते, किसान को सिर्फ गोली दे सकते हैं, गोली।
Lashing out Central and Madhya Pradesh government, he blamed both Modi and Chief Minister Shivraj Chauhan for the death of 5 farmers in Mandsaur on Tuesday. There were a high drama of the police tried to stop what have turned into a rally of sports with Gandhi leading from the front. When police tried to push him back, he ran into the field nearby from when he was detained. News Desk, Jeevan.
State-owned oil marketing companies have decided to revise fuel prices every day nationally from the second fortnight of June. In a major announcement, the Indian Oil Corporation today said petrol and diesel prices all over the country will be revised daily from June 16th.
The government on the petrochemical major said in a statement that all public sector oil companies, including IOC, Hindustan Petroleum Corporations and Bharat Petroleum, will implement daily revision of petrol and diesel at their bunks. The state-owned fuel retailers, whose price usually differ only few paise, own more than 95% of the country's almost 58,000 petrol pumps. Currently, petrol and diesel prices in India are usually revised even fortnight when oil companies pass on the disadvantages of global crude fluctuations to consumers. The fuel retailers revise rates on 1st and 16th of every month based on an average international price of the fuel in the preceding fortnight and currency exchange rate. Instead of using fortnightly average, pumps rates will reflect daily movement in international oil prices and rupees-US dollar fluctuations. This includes daily publishing of prices in newspapers, prominently displaying the day's rates at petrol pumps and sending information on the latest prices via text messages and smartphone applications. The information is also likely to be available on social media. For example, during 5-city pilot project, the daily price revisions on Indian Oil Corporations find a new tweet on its Twitter feed every day displaying information on the latest petrol price. News Desk, Jeevan.
In the shadow of terror, British election is becoming tighter than expected. The Conservative Party, once expected to enjoy a landslide victory, now see a tight race to the finish line in the UK elections.
Polls opened in Britain on Thursday in an election Prime Minister Theresa May is expected to win easily, but which has proved increasingly hard to predict following a campaign slowed by terrorism. May called the snap vote in April when opinion poll ratings for her and her outright Conservative Party were sky high, presenting herself as a strong leader to take Britain to Brexit talks. But terrorist attacks in London and Manchester have put her under pressure over 6 years, as Interior Minister, while campaign misstep have detained her reputation as a safe pair of hands. While May has been turning targets around the country, delivering slogan-heavy speeches to small groups, handpicked activities, opposition Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn has drawn large crowds to open-air rallies. While most still expect a Conservative victory, predictions on the margin vary widely, and one shock forecast model even predictor May could belong majority of the 1765 seats House of Commons. International Desk, Jeevan.
The Additional Chief Metropolitan Magistrates Court, Egmore, on Thursday framed charges against AIADMK Deputy General Secretary TTV Dinakaran in a case which was registered in 2001 by the Enforcement Directorate for violation of provisions under the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. Along with his lawyers, Mr. Dinakaran appeared in person before the court. When Additional Chief Metropolitan Magistrate S. Malarmadi read out the charges against him, Dinakaran denied all of them. He has been facing 2 cases filed by the ED in this court. The court had framed charges against him in the case relating to illegal transaction of 1,4,93,313 in foreign exchange without permission from the Reserve Bank of India and deposited in the current account of Dipper Investments Limited, a company incorporated in the British Virgin Islands with Barclays Bank, Sutton, United Kingdom. The court is yet to frame charges in another case relating to illegal receipt of foreign exchange to the tune of $36,36,000 and £1 lakh and payment for the credit of a person residing outside India without the general or specific exemption of the RBI for starting a hotel in the UK and later for a wine factory. News Desk, Jeevan. North Korea fired 4 anti-ship missiles into the sea east of the Korean peninsula on Thursday, which the South Korean military said was intended to demonstrate its precise targeting capabilities. South Korea's Joint Chiefs said the projectiles launched near the eastern port city of Wonsan were believed to be surface-to-ship cruise missiles. North Korea intended to show off its various missile capabilities, display its precise targeting capability in the form of armed protest against ships in regard to U.S. Navy carrier strike groups and joint naval drills. North Korea has launched 16 missiles in 10 tests so far in 2017, and Thursday's test was the 4th since new South Korean President Moon Jae-in took office in May. Analysts say each launch, successful or not, improves missile technology and ultimately provides information that helps bring North Korea closer to its goal of building a missile that could reach the US. The launch comes one day after Moon's government suspended the deployment of a controversial US missile defense system which had strained relations with China and angered North Korea. International Desk, Jeevan. Let's go for a short break. Stay tuned.